Hi everyone, how are we doing today? I believe we are well and we're keeping safe. How are we doing with the lockdown? I'm speaking with you from Winnipeg in Manitoba in Canada. And not that it's something that we are proud of, but we seem to be leading in the COVID numbers. But this too shall pass. It's something we are all working on, and for sure it will surely pass. Yeah, so my name is Edith Edu Asuquo, and I just stopped by, to share some moments with you, to interact with you, and of course share my wonderful and amazing products with you. So how was your last week? And how has your new week been so far? I know in some part of the world, it's almost the end of the day, so you must have conquered a lot, though the week is just starting. Yeah, so I just wanted to start with Hillsong worship of Oh Holy Night. Yeah, it's that season. You see, I have my Christmas tree, I have my bowl of decorations, and just everywhere, it's that season. Gosh, I love Christmas. Yeah, I'm acting like a child. I love Christmas. I love Christmas. Yes. See, he's getting me to giggle like a little girl. Yeah, I really do love Christmas, and I have some great and wonderful plans, though, for this year. Because of the COVID crisis, we are going to be spending our Christmas indoors. But then, no family, just restricting it to your household. But we always have to make the most of everything, right? Yeah, that is what life is all about. When it sends lemons your way, you make very nice, yumsha squeezed tasting lemonades, right? Yeah, so today I'm going to put a stop to that and just share with you briefly. I was just reading this book, A Melody by Tim Snyder. And the synopsis, the summary of that book basically was just talking about how the policies of the government, how politicians and some other, cost savings and some measures, where doctors are not being appreciated, and some things just basically like leads to failing healthcare, right? And it just got me wondering while I was reading that book, Melody. The author again is Timothy Snyder. And I'm like, it's always so easy, for the citizens, for the population, for people to like look for who to blame when it comes to healthcare issues. Well, to some extent, it's expected. I mean, people pay their taxes and they will expect that, okay, they will expect a certain, they have a certain expectation when it comes to healthcare, a certain expectations from the healthcare practitioners and all. And it just got me thinking, it's so easy for people to have these expectations concerning the healthcare. But what steps are we really taking in safeguarding our own health, right? Yeah, so Timothy Snyder was just, it was just basically like a diary of somebody that had to go through something, went back to the hospital, some things were not recorded, and it almost led to him, I think he had sepsis or something, almost losing his life. And it's just a breakdown of what political interferences, government regulations, non-appreciation of healthcare workers, how it affects the health system. And then we could just take that step of starting to safeguard our own health. I mean, look at me, for instance. Since I've been on this wonderful product, Plus, it has really helped reform my health. My greatest ailment, something that had always been taking me to the hospital, I mean, aside from the time that I went to have my daughter, any other thing that had always been taking me into the hospital, the emergency room admission, has always been my asthma. Yeah, it's either I'm having, very serious, attack, I need to be nebulized, or, one complication or the other, exposure, the asthma leading to upper respiratory tract infection. So I just picture, aside from that, that is just what really used to take me to the hospital. And that has like stopped. Because I'm in charge of something that is helping me, like to put ward off asthma to some extent, make it not to be so impactful, gradually kicking it out of my life. So I'm just like trying to pinpoint this book and on how we tend to like blame the government, we tend to expect so much from healthcare. What step are we taking individually, putting in place our own health? I mean, there are so many little things you can do, right? To help you to safeguard your health. There are little things you can do that could take away that hospital trip. Yes. And how do we start that? It's baffling how people could try so many things. I've tried this, I've tried this. And maybe they're at the point of trying something that will really help them. And they just give up. So I just want to encourage you to give my product a try. I'm not just talking based on other people's experiences. I'm talking based on my experiences here. Based on how asthma has plagued me, how asthma has tormented me, how asthma always had to take me to the emergency room and all, and just starting to take the fruit and vegetable blend and my Juice Plus Complete. That put a check on asthma. How? These products are not drugs. They are not medicine, like I always say, but because they are made from pure and natural fruit and vegetables, infused not just from the natural component, but with the right proportion. Because you see, the things with fruit and vegetables is we have to take the servings. So the Juice Plus is manufactured, is processed in such a way that it locks in all the nutrients from the seed, from the pulp, everything that you need, giving it to you in capsules form, in powder form. And then you take this and you are per time infusing yourself with the right blends of fruit and vegetables. And trust me, it's going to kick out all those oxidative stress. It's going to boost up your immunity so your body can naturally stand up and fight and withstand the things that is plaguing it. It's going to ward off oxidative stress, which is the cause of so many of the challenges we face. And it's going to speed up your metabolism. So this is what this product is doing. There are so many testimonies abounding. I have my personal testimony. And then, you just need to give it a try. I always say this, that people tend to give a trial to things that don't even work. This is something that has to do with your health. This is something that has to do with your life. So why don't you give it a try? I mean, you're spending money, right, on the shelf-bought supplements, which since you really started thinking, what impact? Have you seen any changes? Have you seen any difference? Well, I know there was a time I used to rely on that, and nothing. You're just taking it, out of routine, out of tradition. But this is something, the Juice Plus product are pure and natural, proven, backed with clinical research. Aside from it's something you will feel. If you are consistent, you're taking your capsules, 2 per day of your fruit, the vegetable, omega, and the berry blend, and giving same to your children, trust me, you will see changes. Even if you do not have any ailment, you're going to just feel it. You're going to see that revamp in you. You're waking up feeling very good, feeling refreshed. Your bowel movement is going to change. Everything, those little bits that used to plague you, they'll bow. Because you're just infusing the right fruit and vegetables and the right proportion into your system. And you go check it, do your researches. Everything. How are drugs made? They are made from plants. But then they chemicalize it, put in structures, put in synthetic components to it. But from your Juice Plus, there is no synthetic component. It's pure and natural. And that's the way Mother Nature gave it to us and giving it to you in the right proportion, something you otherwise would not have been able to do. Yes, I always talk about eating fruit in the servings. And I always give that analogy of if you want to eat, get the benefit from watermelon, you have to eat 1 whole watermelon every day, 320 pieces of grape every day, 10 pieces of apple every day. Where is the cost? The cost of that, the time and all. But Juice Plus has offered this to you in the pure and natural way through just 2 capsules of vegetable, 2 capsules of fruit, omega if you want, you need the fatty acid for your reproductive cognitive function and for your cardiovascular health, and then the berry blend. And then when you get this, your children are getting it free, so you're beginning to set your children on that healthy step early. You're helping them to ward off some of the genetic sicknesses, diseases that comes in your family, the hereditary diseases, by giving them this. And then are you looking at managing your weight? It's easy. Stress your body no more. Go hungry no more. You just go on to your Juice Plus Complete Shake. It's a meal replacement. Look at me, that's what I've been taking. It's a meal replacement. You're not stressing your body and putting pressure on your organs by going hungry and not eating. But you take this meal replacement to boost and energize you, and you are gradually in a nice way setting up yourself for that accurate weight you want. Thank you so much everybody for watching. Thank you so much for coming to spend time with me. I really want you to take lots and lots away from this. That Juice Plus is what you need to revamp your health. Give it a try. Give it a try. It doesn't take much. Just try it out, and then trust me, you'll be recommending this to others. And I just started with the book I read on A Malady by Timothy Snyder, and it was just breaking down and looking at how the healthcare system fails us because of the meddling of politicians, because of government regulations. And my take from that book is, for me, I have to, because there are so many things meddling with our health system. I have to take that step to take care of my health, to take care of the health of my family. And how do I do that? I start by infusing us with this pure and natural fruit and vegetable blends, which goes a long way to ward off stress, to ward off the ailment, to ward off the plagues. I have a testimony with asthma. That is what used to take me to the emergency. That is not happening anymore because I put it in check. So you can put that condition in check. If you don't have a condition to put in check, you can build a foundation for a successful health that is going to, take you through the walk of you getting old, and then take your children through the walk of growing up. My name once again is Edith Edu Asuquo Esubok. My website is www.edithesubok.canada.choosplus.com. Please visit my website and just, do something nice this Christmas. Give the gift of love. Give the gift of health. Give a gift of wealth as well. And trust me, your family members, their loved ones will be so thankful for that. And I just have these colorful balls that I just put in this bowl. You could just do this, put something nice and merry around your house, all in the season of Christmas. And while you're doing all that, remember, health is wealth. Start safeguarding your health. Visit my website. Do good for yourself and for your family, and trust me, you'll be glad you did. My website again is www.edithesubok.canada.choosplus.com. Thank you everyone for coming to spend time with me, and I look forward to helping you fuel and load those carts with healthy. Merry Christmas in advance.